Secret Dealers, the show where you have to decide whether to keep or cash in your most treasured valuables when the secret dealers pay you a house call. Our 3 secret dealers have been invited to spend 1 hour in 2 homes to inspect and bid on anything and everything they want to buy.
I just love this.
They can go anywhere and bid on anything. But our 3 dealers are bidding against each other, so the stakes are high.
You know the old saying?
Yes.
Ladies first.
When the hour is up, the dealers are out and the homeowners are in to discover which of their treasured belongings the dealers want to buy.
£400.
I don't believe it.
£200. Then it's up to the homeowners to decide exactly what they want to keep
Scary this is, you know.
and what they want to sell.
£20. That's more like it.
I'll be on hand to look after the homeowners' interests. So how much money will they make today? And what will the dealers be walking away with? For our first household, we're off to Shrewsbury and an Elizabethan home that's over 450 years old. Proud owner Mike is an avid collector. And his passion for antiques has taken over even the smallest of rooms.
It is a delight to live in. It's filled with antiques and an antique house.
But it's not just his house that's full of antiques. There's also an outbuilding that's a virtual shrine to his love of cricket. It's packed floor to ceiling with interesting and unusual items, including these rather sought-after Dalton jugs from the late 19th century. When it comes to antiques, Mike is a self-confessed magpie. But if he had enough money, he'd stop buying Victorian items and stick with the older style that's more in keeping with his house.
This is an Elizabethan cottage, and I like having Elizabethan things, if only I could afford more. But this particular Bible box, Elizabethan as you can tell, was bought by my wife entirely off her own bat. Special it was to her. And it so happens now, I mean, she died 9 years ago now, and I keep in there some of her personal bits and pieces. And I'd be most reluctant to sell it, I have to say. There is something I'd quite like to sell, is this collector's cabinet. I've had it for probably 25, 30 years. You see, I was a banker and I've got banknotes. There's First World War banknotes there and Second World War banknotes here. So really and truly, I'd be delighted for that to go, and I could then fill the space with something else with the money.
Mike, you've got some wonderful objects in your home, but it strikes me they are all beautifully arranged. How do you feel about letting 3 antique dealers in who you've never met before for a really good rummage?
Well, I'm entirely happy about it. After all, I like having visitors here. It's a joy to share your bits and pieces anyway, and the house likes a party, and so do I.
Have you got anything in mind that you might use the money for?
Well, see, it's strange you should mention that, because only last week I had to buy a new garden tractor, so that cost a few thousand, so I'd welcome a few pennies to replenish the treasury, you might say.
Well, OK, well, we'll see what we can do. Please may I have the keys, Mike, because it's time to let those dealers in. So we'll see you in about an hour. Time to go on your way.
Right you are. Thank you very much. Hope they enjoy themselves.
I'll look after everything. Mike's house is a collector's dream. Time to meet today's 3 secret dealers. James, Karen and Stuart. You've got a fantastic period house here, guys, and I have to say, the same goes for the contents. There's an awful lot of choice, but you've only got an hour. Now, as well as having the house, you've got the malt house here, which is this lovely barn, which is also crammed full. So you've got to get your skates on. I suggest one of you starts over here and 2 go in the house. So I'll give you the keys.
Let's go for it.
Do you fancy the barn then, Stuart?
I'll have a go at the barn first, yeah, the malt house, is it?
OK, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Wow.
Wow, James.
This is a nice hut.
An hour? How are we going to do it in an hour?
The malt house, they say.
Where do you start? Look at everything here.
I like the look of this. Will it come off the wall?
There's no time to lose. While Karen is looking a bit bewildered, James has spotted some onion bottles, so called because they resemble an onion in shape, and they are an early form of wine bottle, dating from the late 17th century.
That one's got a bit of
glass disease, which is what happens when they're buried for years. But it's a nice, probably late 17th century bottle. And that one is also very nice. Nice kind of onion-shaped bottle. Like those. So let's have a go at those as well.
Well, all three dealers are getting stuck in here, but it's interesting because they're all doing it in their own way. James has certainly got an eye for the early pieces. Karen is just having a general go at anything.
Look at these.
And Stuart, well, he's still in the malt house. There's so much here. I'm not sure they're going to get through everything in 1 hour. With 10 rooms to look through, the pressure is on. But in the sitting room, Karen has found herself a gem. It's that 17th century Bible box, one of Mike's most treasured possessions.
Look what we've got here. This is wonderful. Here we have what is probably 16th, 17th century oak Bible box with all this very early primitive engraving here. Now, the first thing you notice when you see this is all this ironwork, which shouldn't really be here apart from the lock. So, at some time in its life, someone's decided to give it a bit of extra support, like we all need now and again. This doesn't detract. I think this really adds to it. I love it. I just put a bid for it, I think.
Over in the malt house, Stuart has been wading his way through a room of cricketing memorabilia, and now the Dalton jugs have caught his eye.
Dalton of Lambeth. Just water jugs, presumably, in their day. Would have been on a bar or home bar. But what's good about this and why it's in this room is that it's obviously a cricketing theme. And these would have been maybe 20s. Lots of surface damage. You've got these little breaks. It's actually vital, price-wise, not to be damaged. Yeah, I'll put some bids on these, I think. Bid going on.
In Shrewsbury, our three antique experts have been scouring Mike's Elizabethan home in search of his valuables.
This house is full of unexpected treasures.
They have just 1 hour to place secret bids before he returns. Now look what I've just seen here. This is a very pretty Victorian occasional table. The top is made of paper mache, inlaid with mother of pearl and painted with a landscape. Let's see which of the dealers spots it. Downstairs, Stuart has finally made it into the main house, and he spotted the onion bottles that James has already bid on.
It's a wine bottle, a free-blown wine bottle. It's probably late 17th, early 18th century. Might be a little bit earlier. Lovely top on it. Someone's already put a bid on this, so this is interesting, isn't it? Oops. So I'm going to leave a bid on that one.
It looks like there's a real battle for those onion bottles. But upstairs, James has found that Georgian cabinet Mike is hoping to sell.
That's quite a nice collector's cabinet. But, oh, there's an old £5 note in there. Teeth. That's a very nice thing. I can leave a bid on that.
Already, Karen has placed a bid on Mike's precious 17th century Bible box, and it looks like she's the first to spot the paper mache furniture upstairs.
What a sweet little chair. 2 pieces. Oh, I just love this. Got a lovely scene. Could be Jennings and Betteridge, could be one of the other factories, but the sweetest, sweetest little table. Here we've got papier-mâché furniture, we've got the chair, a gorgeous little portrait of a lady, and a little occasional table, so this will be for the 2 pieces.
Clever move. Although they aren't matching items, these two will make a great set. And now it looks like James is hot on her tail.
Nice lacquer chair. I see Carol's left a bid on that. It's absolutely charming. It's a girl kind of leaning up against a piece of carved furniture. Maybe she's about to write a love letter. She looks a bit like Queen Victoria. Right, let's leave a price on that. Oh, here comes the rivalry now.
Time is running out, and with not long left, Karen makes a dash for the cricket collection in the malt house.
5 minutes! The gems here are these Dalton cricketing jugs. Make a sporting bid, as they say.
The hour is nearly up, and in the last few minutes, James makes a play for some saddle stones in the garden.
I've always loved these. So, I'm going to leave a bid on those. They're really nice.
I'm running out of time.
You know the old saying?
Yes?
Ladies first.
Okay, everybody, time's up. Time's up.
Never an hour. Never an hour.
Wasn't it?
God, it was busy.
How did you get on?
Well, I don't know yet.
You got all those left?
Oh, have you?
Thanks, Kate.
Thank you, Kate. Bye.
Bye.
Threw all yours away.
With so much good stuff in Mike's house, all three dealers have gone for the items they think they can make the most money on. In 1 hour, they have left bids on 46 items. Mike still has no idea how much the dealers would pay for his belongings, but now he's about to find out. Well, in this envelope is written the amount of money you could walk away with today if you accept all the dealers' highest offers. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the amount of money that's on the table. Do you want to have a look?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm worried sick, but this is the moment of truth, isn't it? Gracious me. £8,665? That's staggering. I'm amazed. I knew it was going to be an exciting day, but not this exciting. More than pay for my new tractor.
Well, now, Mike, it's time to decide exactly what you want to sell, but what you want to hold on to as well. Mike may be wondering what on earth could be worth all that money. So will the onion bottles give him a clue? Now, Mike, 2 out of the 3 dealers have spotted these unusual wine bottles. Now, I think these are great because they represent your quirky taste, perhaps, but also your really specialist eye for early objects, because these are sort of late 17th, early 18th century, aren't they?
I believe so, yes, yes.
What is it you like about them?
Well, I like old things, I suppose. Antique-y things, and there's certainly that. They're old, that's what I like about them. I like old things.
Well, I love the onion shape, and so did Stuart. Although Stuart only wanted one, the little one. Any ideas what he might have bid you on this? See if I
£70,
can-
something like that?
He has bid you £80.
Oh, well, yes, I'll accept that.
Really?
Yes, yes, really, yes.
Well, you were pretty close.
Yeah, well, one has a shrewd idea of what one thinks are worth and what you paid for them and how you acquired them or whatever, you know. And I'd be happy with £80 for that, yes.
Great. Well, that sounds
You wouldn't disagree,
like...
would you?
I think that's a fair price,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I
that
would say so.
sounds like it's a sale for Stuart, but we've also got another bid there. Well, James has bid you for the 2 bottles £400.
I don't believe it. Well, I'll accept that. Too true. I'm staggered.
That sounds like
Delighted.
it's a sale.
Definitely a big chunk of tractor, that, isn't it?
I think I paid a kind of full price, but I wanted them because I like them. I think they're very nice things, and I'm delighted to have got them.
Well, you've got to hand it to the boys. I must have been honing in on something else and didn't even see him.
Next, we're off to the cricket room and the Dalton jugs. I wonder if a wad of dosh will persuade him to part with those. Well, Mike, it's like a mini museum in here dedicated to cricket.
It's quite ridiculous, really, isn't it? Lifetime's collection, really.
Stuart and Karen have alighted on these 3 Dalton jugs. And we've got bids for all 3. What can you tell me about these 3 jugs in particular?
Those were bought by my wife and I when we had 2 young children, Pulver's Church mice, from antique shops around the Baker Street area. And so those have got a bit of sentimental value to me, but everything's got its price. But there again, though, as a lifelong cricket collector and lover of cricket, it would have to be a good price.
Right.
No
Let's
point
see
in
if
collect-
it's good enough then.
Yeah, it's no good collecting things and then selling them halfway through, is it?
Now, I overheard both dealers talking about condition here because there's a bit of damage to the handle on this one, isn't there?
Yeah, correct.
And we've got some hairline cracks, so that is going to keep figures down.
Oh, yes, I accept that.
Should we see what they say?
Yes, please, yeah.
Well, Stuart has bid you for the 3, bearing in mind the condition problems, £550.
No.
But our independent valuer has valued the 3 at 500 to 700. Should we see if Karen's done any better?
Yes, yes. I have a feeling it's going to be a no-no, but try me.
Karen's bid you for the three, 600.
No.
Bearing in mind they're damaged. Or at least these two are.
Well, yes, but it is slight. Very slight. No, it's a no-no, definitely.
No. You'd prefer to keep them?
Definitely, yes.
Well, I think they're in such a good home here. I think that's a very wise decision.
Thank you, ma'am.
They were nice things, good things. A little bit of damage, that kept the price down, but from my point of view, but we weren't to have them, obviously.
Mike really didn't want to break up that cricket collection. But how will he feel about the papier-mâché chair and table that attracted so much interest? Now, it's a superbly decorative table with a papier-mâché top. What is it you like about it?
Well, I've always liked papier-mâché sort of stuff and Victorian stuff like this. It'd be interesting to see what they've offered for it, I have to say, but whether I'll sell it to them is another matter, of course.
Now, Karen and James have bid on these two items because the chair is very similar in decoration. Karen has given you one bid for the two pieces, and she has bid you £240.
I want a tad more than that, I feel.
How much do you think would sway you?
Oh, probably had that been £300, I'd have said yes.
Right, OK, well, should we have a look to
Yeah.
see what James thinks? James's bid on the chair only is 140.
Interesting. And how much did he bid on the table, we asked, don't we?
There's no stopping you, is there? 250.
Well, we've got a sale, haven't we?
So £390 for the two items.
Yes.
I feel very happy about that. Yeah, please stick with those. They're both nice things.
Mike's in the money, and with the bids flowing, he also sold a Thomas Toft reproduction charger to Karen for £150, a portrait of an 18th century lady, again to Karen, for £180, and 4 18th century saddle stones to James for a whopping total of £850. Now for one of Mike's most treasured possessions. It's that Bible box. But will the offer of cash tempt him to sell? Now, Mike, this is just my sort of thing, this Bible box, because it's early oak and it's perfect for your house, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I like it, yeah.
But for you, it's much more than just a Bible box, isn't it?
Well, it is. My wife, Hilary, bought it, and it's got all her bits and pieces, the certificates and letters, so it's a bit special. Very sentimental, that is, to me. And I don't really want to sell it. And
Well, now you see that there's a bidding card right next to it. How do you feel about it?
worries me sick. Yeah. I'm scared.
We better have
So
a look.
I'm agog. Yes, let's see it, please. Yes, can't wait.
Well, Karen has bid on this Bible box, and she has bid you £200.
No,
You're quite certain about that?
quite certain. Far, far too cheap for me, yes.
Well, I have to say to you that our independent valuer has certainly put £300 to £400 on it, and I think that's a fair market value. But of course, Karen has got to make a living out of her
yes,
bids,
yeah.
so that's what she's put. Do you feel a bit relieved now?
Yes, very much so. Yes, because I won't accept. No.
Well, that's definitely a no sale for you,
Definitely
Mike.
a no sale. No question. Adamant.
Oh, it's a shame. I mean, it was all strapped together and really held together, but it was just such a lovely early one. Never mind, that's life.
For Mike, there really are some things that money can't buy. He also turned down an offer of £90 on a pair of sheet steel and brass money boxes from Stuart. And Karen's bid of £260 on a 20th century carved and painted rocking horse. Finally, it's that collector's cabinet. Now, all three of our dealers took an interest in this, though only one of them left a bid. So will it be enough to persuade Mike to finally get rid of it? Mike, this is a lovely little oak collector's cabinet, but what I want to know is, did you buy it with all the contents in it?
Oh, no, the contents that were acquired later.
You've got banknotes in here, haven't
Yes,
you? Let me just
some,
have a little
yes.
quick look. And then some sort of very ancient-looking pottery down here. You certainly got some varied things, Mike. Now, James has bid you on this, but the bid is for the cabinet and the contents.
I see, yes.
Shall we have a look?
Oh, yes, let's. Scary this is, you know.
James has bid you £500.
Oh, I'd accept that. Definitely.
Definitely?
Yeah.
What sort of figure did you have in mind?
Well, about that figure, really. I was thinking to myself as I was standing here, the banknotes and the bit of furniture, yes, about £500, I thought. But I'm quite surprised that he bid that for it, because he's got to make a turn, and so I'm delighted, again.
I liked it. The cabinet itself isn't great quality, but it's got some really interesting things inside the drawers. So I'm quite pleased to get that.
So after all those difficult decisions, let's find out the total amount Mike has actually made.
What, 2,500, 3,000 perhaps, something like that, is it? Perhaps not quite as high as that.
Do you want to see?
Yes, please.
£3,060.
That's useful, isn't it?
So you weren't far out, were you?
No, no.
Well, you've certainly made some swift decisions. That's not bad going for an hour. So, any regrets, Mike?
Oh, none whatsoever. It's been great fun, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope the dealers have as well.
For our second property, we're off to Oswestry and an ordinary family house littered with extraordinary objects. Keith and Charmaine live here with their 3 children, 1 dog and 4 tortoises. Keith has been accumulating 20th century collectibles for 6 years, and many of his prized collections can be found in this cabinet in the corner of his living room. It's stuffed with Clarice Cliff and Weems pottery, amongst other objects, but there are some things he might find hard to part with.
One item I don't think I would sell because it's sentimental to me would be this little tortoiseshell box, because it's been in my mum's family for a long time and she's 92 now, so you know it'd be very hard to part with it unless they offer me something like £10,000 for it.
£10,000 is probably a bit high, but we'll see what we can do. You have got a house crammed with items in there. Who's the big collector?
I think I'm the collector, and Charmaine's not always pleased about it, I don't think.
No.
Oh.
We're getting a bit snowed under at times.
But how do you feel, Charmaine, about having 3 complete strangers in your house, having a good old rummage around?
With a bit of luck, they might want to buy it all.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you hoping for a clean sweep and to really
yes.
turn some things over?
Yep.
I think they're going to find plenty.
Oh,
But it's time to hand over the keys, please.
Right.
And, if you don't mind, we'll see you in an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Inside, there's lots to tempt the dealers, but it's going to be a bit of a squeeze. This house is very compact inside, and I think that most of the items you're going to be interested in are all in one room. So because it's pretty tight, I'm going to allow 2 of you in at a time. You're each going to have an allotted amount of time in that room, so don't worry, it's going to be fair. So I think Karen and James, you start in the sitting room. Okay. Stuart, you've got the rest of the house.
Thank you.
But you've all only got an hour.
Okay.
So you better get started.
Right,
Better
let's
have,
go,
haven't
Karen.
we? Go and have a look.
Right. Compact bedroom.
You start that end, I'll start this end, and we'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
Straight away, Karen picks herself the prime spot, wasting no time rummaging through the treasures in that corner cabinet.
Without even looking, I can see there's masses of Clarice and some Weems. Let's go straight to the Weems, because there's actually quite a nice jam pot here. It's a very, very delicate glaze they used on Weems, and only people like the Queen Mother and other people could afford to buy it. And usually come across these pieces and they're quite damaged. Right, have a go at that.
While Karen is feasting on the Art Deco pottery, James has discovered another collection.
I found a nice little vinaigrette here amongst all these Vestas. This is a much nicer quality. There would have been a little sponge in there soaked in smelling salts or vinaigrette or whatever they call it, so that ladies could take them out of their handbags if they were in sweaty company and have a nice little smell to revive them.
Next door, Stuart has got his hands on some money boxes.
Cast iron. It's the slot in the top for your coins. I've never seen them painted before, but Transvaal, this is the African politician. Looks pretty good, yep.
It might be a small house, but only having 2 rooms to look through is really focusing our dealer's attention.
Just looking around, see what else is exciting.
And now a Louis Wain print has caught Stuart's eye.
There's a colour print of the cat's tea party. It's a Louis Wain, very famous for cat pictures and drawings. I'll leave a bit on that.
Stuart's making short work of that bedroom, but next door, Karen is still hogging the contents of that cabinet. Now she's got her hands on a sugar shaker made by Clarice Cliff.
These are all good bits. Got the nice Bazaar range. So, lovely piece, actually, in super condition. Doesn't seem anything wrong with that at all. Right, there's the shaker.
Karen is really making the most of the treasures in that ceramics cabinet, and the others just have to bide their time.
So, alas, there's nothing up this end for me.
Now she's poring over Keith's tortoiseshell writing set.
Oh, look at that. Just look at that. How sweet is that? Pretty little mirror. I don't think the mirror's actually original, but does it matter? No, it doesn't. I'm going to have to stump up for this because I know the boys are going to be on that as well. That's my bid. James, eat your heart out.
I think you've been in there far too long.
Yeah, I thought I might be.
I want to have a go in there.
I suppose you want a turn, do you?
Well, I've had to step outside because there is simply no room in there. Now the dealers are off rummaging and they are all fighting over the same cabinet. But let's hope they're all fighting over the same pieces as well.
Oh, look, that's wonderful. A really nice little miniature travelling writing set. About 1800, I would think. Lovely thing. Oh, I bet Karen's put a lot of money on that.
Keith is really attached to that box. It would take a really good offer to persuade him to part with it.
Merrythought, they're called Merrythought hygienic toys made in England. Not really my scene, but quite a good thing on the market. Yeah, I'll leave a bit on that, I think.
Next door, it looks like James has also spotted the Weems.
This is a Weems jam pot with plums on, so plum jam maybe. So I'll leave a little bit on that.
15 minutes to go, people. So...
I've got to go.
Sorry, James.
OK.
That way.
Right, I'm off.
Stuart?
There's not much time left, and although Stuart has finally been let loose on the cabinet, he seems more interested in the sideboard.
I like the credenza. Very much sort of 1880s. Certainly something I'll leave a bit on.
Looks like quite an old one. We have a little punt on that, I think.
She'll have to be quick. The dealers have switched rooms so late, there's barely time to look around.
Just a quick look on here, Renee.
Oh, I love the box. Thanks for noticing the box. I'm going to put a bid for the box.
The seconds are ticking away, and there's hardly time for one last bid.
OK, everybody, time's up.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Just when you're having a good time, you get chucked out.
Cheers.
It's been 1 hour since Keith and Charmaine let our secret dealers into their home to bid on their valuables. Charmaine wants to sell some clutter and clear some space. So will the offer of cash be enough to encourage Keith to let go?
Welcome back, you two, and you brought the whole family with you. Hi, guys. So are you nervous?
A little bit, I think.
What about you, Charmaine?
Nah, not really.
No? No. You just want to get that house clear,
I do, yes.
Well, that's why I'm nervous.
Well, in this envelope, I have written the total sum of the highest offers made on your pieces today. So this is the money you could walk away with. Should we have a look then?
Oh,
Yeah,
go on.
then.
Who wants to have a look? What about you, Tom?
Do you want to do it?
Come on then, see what they've written down. Oh my
What does that
goodness.
say?
£2,140.
Yeah, I'll take all of that.
OK, sounds like, yeah, you've got a few helpers on your hands.
Oh, yes.
He's thinking of an Arsenal season ticket about £1,400, I think, yeah.
Well, before you get carried away and start spending it all, now you've got to decide exactly what you want to keep, but also what you want to sell.
It's decision time, and first up is the cast iron money box.
Who likes money boxes? Because there's quite a few round here.
I like the money boxes. I started saving them a couple of years ago, so I'm always on the lookout for new ones, you know.
Well, where did you get this fella from?
That was from an auction I went to, and that was the first one I ever picked up. I just liked him. I just thought he had a lot of character in his face and that, you know.
You have got to be careful with these money boxes,
Yes.
haven't you? Because there are a lot of reproductions
Yes,
on the
there are,
market. And I know the dealers ummed and ahed about this a bit.
Yeah.
And I think they came to the conclusion it's not 19th century, but probably early 20th century.
right.
But still, as you say, it's full of character,
Oh, it
isn't
is,
it?
yeah. Mm.
So can you remember what you paid for it?
About £40, I think. 40 to 45.
So would you be quite happy to sell this then, Charmaine?
Oh, yes.
What about you, Keith?
It depends. Depends how much.
It depends how much. Shall we have a look?
Go on.
Because 2 dealers have bid on this.
Right.
Stuart has bid you £65.
Right. Not bad.
Not a great deal of profit in that, though, is there?
Is that the highest bid?
Should we find out?
Go on then, go for it. Go on then.
I'm not sure. Maybe Karen can sway you. Karen's bid is £120.
That's more like it. That's more like
Very
it.
interesting.
Well, Charmaine started smiling. That's got to be good.
Yeah, that's not a bad bid at all, really, is it?
That's very good.
£40 paid at auction.
Yeah.
That's very good, actually.
Bid of 120.
That's
Yeah.
very good. I think 120 is a good bid for it.
Yeah.
You've just got to decide whether or not you're sentimentally attached to it now or not.
I think we'll accept that there. That sounds
Yes,
a good bid.
that sounds
Quite
a good
sure?
offer.
Yeah.
£120 is yours.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks.
I hope when I get it home I still think it's the right one. Otherwise I'm in deep doo-doo.
I hope Karen is dead right, but sure it is. She knows much more about those things than I do.
In total, the dealers have offered over £2,000.
Oh my goodness.
So far, Keith has accepted £120 for a cast iron money box.
Yeah, I think we'll accept that there. That sounds
Yes,
a good bid.
that sounds
Quite
a good
sure?
offer.
Yeah.
But what will they make of that offer on the Merry Thought doll?
This pixie doll looks quite well loved. Now, is this a family piece?
No, believe it or not, I bought it at auction only last year. I just thought it was unusual.
You buy all sorts of things,
Yeah.
don't you? What do you think, Charmaine, when he suddenly comes home with things like this?
I don't say anything. I've given up now.
So tell me about this. Why did you buy a little pixie doll?
Well, I could see it was by Merrythorpe, and I thought if I buy it at a reasonable price, I could investigate and find out some more about it.
So what have you found out?
Well, I went to the Merrythorpe Museum, which is near the factory, still in Ironbridge, and decided it was from their theatre range that they did in 1930. So it must be pretty rare.
Well, Stuart has sneaked a little bid in there.
Oh, right.
What do you think, Charmaine? Is this something you'd like to get rid of?
If I was going to get rid of it, I think I'd probably donate it to Merrythorpe factory and let them display it there, to be honest with you. So
You might change your mind in a minute.
I might do.
Well, Stuart has bid you for the pixie doll £30.
No. I wouldn't let it go for that, I'm afraid. I think it's rarer than that.
Well,
So-
our independent valuer has only said £40 to £60. So actually, Stuart isn't so far out.
No.
But I think it's a super idea to give it to the museum. And I
Yeah.
think they should definitely be looked after.
Yeah,
Yes,
she would
I
be.
think so,
She would be,
yeah.
wouldn't she?
Very disappointed, yes, very disappointed. It was the eyes that got me going, really, more than anything.
So it's no deal on the doll. They also decided to reject Karen's offer of £45 on the old wooden jewellery box, a bid of £90 on the Louis Wain print, and James's offer of £150 on the silver gilt vinaigrette. It's not going well for our dealers. To make matters worse, next is Keith's treasured writing box. Karen and James were interested in this, but will their bids be enough to tempt them to sell?
This little tortoiseshell box is my favourite item in the whole house. Now, where does this come from?
This came from my mother's grandmother, I believe. And my mother's 92, so it's been around quite a long time.
So is it something that you really want to sell?
No, not really, no. It's very sentimental, I think,
Right.
yeah.
What do you think, Charmaine? Do you like it?
I do like that, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's one of the few items that I do actually like, so...
And I think it would upset my mother if I sold it, because...
Oh, yeah, she'd be devastated.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a family heirloom, this
Yes.
piece.
Yes.
I think that little piece would be, actually, more than anything else.
Well, we might as well forget about the bids then, do you think?
It'd be interesting to see what it was. though.
Shall we have a look?
Go on.
We'll have a nose.
Better have a look.
We better have a look.
Just in case.
You don't know.
2 bids. And, well, I'm going to go for James first because he's on top. James has bid you, ooh, he had a little think about it, £250.
No.
No, that's 2 very serious shakes
Yeah.
of the head. Have you got a figure in mind, Keith?
I think it's at least 350 to 450, somewhere in there.
Okay. Well, we've got a bid from Karen. Karen has bid you £230.
No.
Charmaine says no, you say no.
Yeah,
and
definitely
it's staying right where
Right where
it
it
is.
is, yeah.
And rightly so, I think,
Yeah,
in
I
your
think.
family.
Yeah.
It's the best antique, the real antique in the house. Very, very beautiful and nearly complete. And I'm very disappointed not to have bought it. Lovely thing.
That tortoiseshell writing box is set to stay. But Keith and Charmaine did decide to accept £50 from Stuart for the little cast iron cat money box. And £190 from Karen for their Clarice Cliff sugar shaker. It's been a slow start, but at least now Keith and Charmaine are starting to let go. Well, there was an awful lot of interest in the contents of this little cabinet. And one item that 2 dealers bid on was this lovely Weems jam pot here.
Right.
Where did this come from, Keith?
I bought that. I think that was off the internet, actually.
Was it an internet buy?
Yes.
Why do you like Weems so much, then?
I just love the design of it. You know, and I just thought it'd be nice to start collecting it. So I got a few pieces.
Well, it caught the eyes of James and Karen.
Right.
Well, James is in front here. Should we have a look at James first?
Okay.
And the bid is £140.
That's pretty good.
What would you
I'd be-
spend £140 on, Charmaine?
There's lots of things I could spend £140 on.
What's the other bid like?
Let's find out.
Right.
Let's see if that can make your mind up. This is Karen, and Karen has bid £180.
That's better. Get a profit as well on that one.
What do you say?
I think it's a very good price. I don't think
Yeah.
you'll get that if you take it to auction.
Yeah, okay then. I've decided I will.
Yes,
So,
final
yeah.
answer?
Final
Yes.
answer, yeah.
A sale?
Yes.
Yeah, quick, before you change your
Fantastic!
mind.
Yes, result. Sorry, James.
Well done, Karen. Hope she does well out of it.
Well, £2,140 was on the table, family. Now, I know, Charmaine, you were hoping for a clear out, weren't you?
I was, yes.
Well, I have to tell you that 24 bids were left in total in your house on 20 items. So that's what was up for grabs. How many do you think your dad has parted with?
3.
3? What do you think?
4.
4. What do you think, Tom?
10.
10.
Wishful thinking.
Well, your dad has sold 4 things today. But you have to take home £540.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
So what do you think, Charmaine? Are you going to leave it at that?
Oh no, I'm going to keep working on him. I'm going to have my clear out yet if it kills me.
Despite only selling 4 items, Keith and Charmaine still made a pretty penny. Our 2 families today have walked away with over £3,500 from our secret dealers.
I'll accept that, no question.
But they've also turned down over £7,000 worth of bids to keep some of their most precious possessions.
No. No.
Not a chance.
So what are they spending their money on? Mike has recouped the funds he blew on his garden tractor and is on the lookout for more cricket memorabilia to expand his collection. Keith and Charmaine are looking forward to a trip to London and a night at the theatre. Well, there have been highs and lows for all of our homeowners today. Join us next time on Secret Dealers.